There's a page on Berea website where you can actually see what the cost of education is, and Berea is expensive. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Esther. It's been a hot minute, I know that. It's been so long, and yeah, a lot's been happening. So if you follow me on my social media outside of the YouTube community tab, because I don't really post on there yet, at least I'm trying to post more on the community tab. But if you follow me on my social media, you'll see that I've graduated from Berea College, and yeah, that's happening. And there's a couple of things to go with that you guys will see, but they're not going to be on this channel. They're going to be on my other channel. So if you're not subscribed, you're going to be missing out. Anyways, I don't want to go into all of that too much in this video. So this video is really important because like right now, a lot of students are preparing to go to Berea College this fall, and also a lot of people are still applying to Berea College. They will always be applying to Berea College, and I think that this information is really helpful because for some people it's even going to make or break whether or not they will apply, because they feel like there's always like some hidden agenda with a school that would tell you like, oh, we're going to take care of your tuition and stuff like that. So they're like, no, I don't want to fall for that, and they end up not applying. So it's always good to know what happens behind the scenes so that you can actually trust the process and then just go ahead with it. First of all, I want to say that when it comes to finances and like the application process, the admission process for international students to Berea, it's different compared to domestic students. As an international student, don't go around asking domestic students about like the admission process or like stuff about the finances, how much they pay and all, because it's not the same. It just doesn't work the same way. If you go around asking them and they tell you something, you're thinking, oh, this is going to be my situation, and then you end up not applying. Meanwhile, that's not really the situation. So just kind of, I guess speak more to other international students and just kind of get ideas from them, because that's where you really know how things work. So I'm going to say, because this is one question that everybody always has about Berea, is Berea really tuition free? Well, yes, Berea is really tuition free. When you come to Berea, you don't pay tuition, and Berea is expensive. When it comes to the quality of the education, when it comes to the worth of the education, it's expensive. There's a page on Berea website where you can actually see what the cost of education is, but you don't have to pay that, and that's because there are people who donate to Berea College, like donate like lots and lots of money to the college, and that's what keeps it running. That's how they're able to take care of the school. That's how they can have buildings. That's how they can pay instructors, quality instructors, So there's a reason behind it. It's not just out of nowhere. And donors to Berea College are usually like community members, people from all over the country, people from outside the country as well. So some of these people are also alumni, like people who graduate from Berea, and then later they're like, I want to give back to Berea College, and so they donate money as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what makes Berea like what it is. Another question that people always ask is, okay, so what about room and board? What about food, housing, and things like that? How does that work? Well, that in a way you kind of pay for it, but it's not in the way that you think, where you're like, oh my god, how am I going to be able to afford that? No, you never ever have to worry about that. And that's because every student is required to work, and that's the way the college is designed. So you're required to work 10 to 20 hours a week, minimum of 10, maximum of 20 hours a week. And you don't have to work over 10 hours, you don't have to work over 10 hours. I only ever worked 10 hours a week, except over the summer. So during the semester, you can only work 10 to 20 hours a week, and by working at least 10 hours, you literally already take care of your housing, you take care of your meals. And when it comes to like how much students get paid and stuff, like there's like a payroll thingy, but I don't want to go into that in this video. It's not a lot of money, like I don't know, some people might think it's a lot of money, but it's money that, I guess sustains you basically. But yeah, you indirectly pay for housing and meals, and then you also get your paycheck that you use to take care of your personal expenses during the semester. And that's basically how Berea runs. As long as you go to school, like you just do normal things, which is go to school and work, like you're good. Like you're literally good. And working 10 hours a week, like y'all, do you know how much people work like to go to college? I guess in America, people who don't have their parents maybe paying the tuition or whatever, they have to work like almost full-time while going to school at the same time, and they still graduate with debt. But with Berea, you literally only working 10 hours a week, and on top of that, the work gives you experience for when you graduate, so it's a win-win for you. Now, there are some things that you directly pay, like you actually pay to Berea, like you take out money that you worked for and then you pay to Berea, and that would be your taxes and your books. So whenever you apply to Berea, you see that they talk about like saving $1,000 over the summer to take care of your semester expenses, and that confuses people because they don't know what that money is for. But basically, that's for your taxes. Taxes each semester is usually about $500 to $600, depending on your country's agreement with the United States. Some international students from certain countries don't actually pay those taxes, which is awesome because you just get your money to yourself. But I mean, $500 a semester, that's not too bad. You're going to be fine. Like, you just need to know how to save your money and you'll be good. And like school supplies, you pay for that yourself as well, like your books and stuff. But like, those things are not like crazy expensive. Like sometimes, yeah, you might have a textbook that's like super expensive, but really most students just end up buying from each other. So you buy a textbook from a student, and then if you have that one textbook that's super expensive and you have to buy it directly from like the bookstore, then you can just like, spare that one. Now, I wanted to say that Berea does have a bookstore which you can purchase your books from, but usually the books are a little bit more expensive compared to like buying from another student or buying from like other online sources. Another thing is that Berea at the beginning of each semester gives you a $500 kind of like a loan to buy your books. So you don't have to spend all the $500 or whatever. They're just giving you like, okay, to start the semester and you need money to buy books, you can use this money to buy your books. But most students avoid using that money because the $500 that they give you as a loan for books just only applies to like the Berea bookstore website. So you can use it like, take the money for yourself and go and buy a book from a student or whatever. You're only going to use your own money if you're buying from a student. I just wanted to mention that because when you're going to Berea for the first time, like this year, those people that are going this year, and then you see $500, you're like, oh my gosh, free money for books. No, it's a loan. You're gonna have to pay later during the semester before the semester ends. So just be careful and just kind of know what you're doing with the money. If you need to use it, because there's some textbooks you may not find like elsewhere, like if you find it elsewhere, it might be more expensive than the Berea bookstore. So maybe those kind of textbooks, you can use the Berea loan, the $500, like part of it, to buy that kind of textbook online. If you don't need to use it, I wouldn't advise you to use it. You just only use it when necessary. So for summer housing, summer room and board, not only summer but also like during any break, so summer, Thanksgiving, Christmas break or winter break, if you decide to stay on campus, you're going to pay directly for room and board because you're not working, like you're not required to work during that time, so there's no way you're making up for the room and board. So summer housing is usually like maybe like $2,500 including meals. Usually it's combined, you have to pay for room and board together. By working over the summer, you're able to pay up that money, so that's where you're paying directly. Since the summer is not like a semester, it's just like the summer is just a break or like any other break as well, you don't have like a chunk of taxes that are going to be sitting in your student account. During the semester, it's put in your student account as a chunk for that semester. During the summer, you pay taxes based on how much you earn, and that's because it's not fixed. Like they don't know how much students are going to work during the summer. They don't know if students are even going to decide to work at all. So the taxes during the summer and during every other holiday is based on how much you make. So if you make $500 this payroll, then they remove a percentage of your taxes. So for Nigerians, the percentage is about 14%. So each time you get paid over the summer and over the breaks, they remove 14% from your income. So you gotta note that. A lot of people don't know this because those are just, Berea can't really say all these things. There's like so many things that they can't really explain in paper or in writing. So that's why you just kind of come and then find out yourself. But if I know it, why not tell you guys? Okay, so what else? Yeah, so that's pretty much everything that goes with finances at Berea College. I hope that I covered everything, but if you have questions or like confusions, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section. I will be happy to respond. But it's pretty real. Like Berea is real. Berea is tuition free. Berea, y'all, if I start to tell you, there's like so many other things about Berea that's so amazing that I can't even start to explain in this video. I'm talking about the things that you gain from being at Berea that you just cannot get elsewhere. You just cannot get elsewhere. Even when you're giving them your money, you're paying tuition. You You just don't get those things elsewhere. And so it's more than just even the tuition free. There's like so much more that's amazing about Berea. And so I would really encourage anyone that's considering it, you know, it doesn't hurt. Just apply. You never know. You get in. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this really helps a lot of people answer the questions, the burning questions about Berea College. So yes, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.